And Michael, the hatred for Lori is probably palpable in that courtroom from jurors. When you listen to her son get up on the stand and listen to those phone calls of where are the kids and you lied to me and you've killed these, even if she wasn't there and there isn't a direct email, kill the kids, or unless Chad Daybell comes in here and tells this jury she was in charge and told me to do it, is there enough just from that hatred that she's a horrible mom? I mean, and if, especially if there are mothers and fathers, but really mothers on this jury, that it's just, the whole thing doesn't make any sense. Your kids are missing and your kids are dead, and you're just sitting there laughing when your son calls you when you're in prison, and isn't that enough to Dante's point? I mean, this to get a conviction?
There are thousands of people in jail for the rest of their lives who never lifted a finger to murder a single person. Look at Charles Manson, right? Never killed anybody, but he's in jail for the rest of his life. He'll serve 10,000 years if he's alive, right? They don't have to prove that she murdered her kids physically for her to be convicted of something. They're called inchoate crimes, right? So she will, if they can prove that she had a hand, metaphorically a hand in the murder of her kids, she's going to jail for the rest of her life. Here's what's apparent now, what's already apparent to any juror, in my opinion. Lori Daybell, she's a villain. That's not a legal analysis. That's just a human analysis. She's a villain, for sure. Right? And when you listen to the recordings of her conversations with her son when she's in jail, even her son thinks she's a villain. Even her son is accusing her of killing his siblings, right? So the financial motive, in my opinion, it harms the prosecution, right? But you're looking at this lady's picture. She's smiling. Her kids were killed, right? Like, I don't, like, even if my kids were sick, you know, I can't go to sleep at night, right? This lady's clearly a villain. So we're going to see the rest of the balance of this case present itself. But they don't have to, they have enough in order to convince the jury now that she's a villain. What the jury does in closed quarters, the analysis they make, if they believe that every single element of the crime was proven beyond a reasonable doubt, that's to be seen. There's a lot of case to be heard, but they don't have to prove that she actually physically killed her kids for her to spend the rest of her life in prison.